Anthropic dropped Claude Design, and after testing it for a couple weeks, I can tell you this. If you're not a designer, this is the tool you've been waiting for. In this video, I'm going to walk you through it from scratch. I'll show you how to set up a design system so everything stays on brand automatically, how to create a prototype, a slide deck, an animation, and how to save templates so you never start from scratch again. By the end of this video, you will be able to design amazing stuff even if you'd never call yourself a designer. So let's jump right in. To start using Claude Design, head to your browser and go to claude.ai/design. One quick note, Claude Design only works in the browser right now. It's still in beta, so you can't use it in the desktop app yet. When you land here, the interface can look a little intimidating at first, but trust me, it's very simple once you know what you're looking at. On the left side is where you start new projects. You can create a few different things here. First, prototypes. These are usually for mocking up apps or websites. You can choose wireframe, which use fewer credits and keeps things basic. Everything in white and gray, just enough to present an idea. Or you can choose high fidelity, which uses more tokens but gives you a fully finished design with colors and everything. Next, slide decks. Pretty self-explanatory, a presentation. Then you have from template. I'll come back to this one later and show you how to use it. And finally, other. This one is for pretty much anything else you can think of. It's very open and I'll show you what's possible there later too. On the right side of the screen, you will see your recent designs. Everything you've already created lives here. You can also filter between recents and your designs. Your designs shows only the things you made. Recents shows everything, including designs that have been shared with you. If you click on examples, you will see a few simple designs to spark some inspiration. If you want to try one, just click use this prompt and it will create one for you. It's a good way to test things and learn what's possible. And here's one, a high fidelity prototype for an app. And there are a few more in here to browse through. The last thing in the interface is design systems, which honestly is the most important part of Claude Design. A design system is basically your brand book. You add your design guidelines once, and after that, whenever you create something new, you just pick the design system and Claude applies your brand tone and style automatically. I've been already added my channel's design system, so every time I create something and select it, Claude just pulls in my colors, my fonts, my style. I don't have to redo it from scratch every time. So let's start here. I really recommend you to set up a design system before anything else. In my opinion, this is the first step when you start using Claude Design. Click on Create to start a new design system. From here, I need to give it all the design resources I have. First, I will give this design system a name. I'm creating this design system for my husband's business, so we can use Claude Design for his visuals too. I will call it PodStar Design System. Now I need to provide examples of any design system, brand book, or product I already have. There are a few options here. I can link code from GitHub, add code from my computer, upload a Figma file if I used to design in Figma, or have my brand book in there, or add fonts, logos, and assets directly. In my case, I'll just take a screenshot from the PodStar website. That's really all you need. You can take a screenshot of your own website, drop it in, and Claude Design will automatically pull out the fonts, the colors, and the overall style. You can also add notes if you want to, for example, explain your brand voice or anything else you want Claude to consider on top of what you uploaded. Okay, once everything is set, I will click Continue to Generation. This is where Claude takes all the information and starts building your design system. I will hit Generate. It usually takes a few minutes, so just be patient. While Claude is still working on the bottom of the page, I can already start giving feedback on what it's created so far. I can see it's missing my brand's fonts, and I could upload the file directly from my computer if I wanted, but the main thing here is to review what Claude is showing me and say whether it looks good or needs work. So this looks good. I will click looks good. Looks good here too. This one is nice. Looks good. Now for the core palette, looks great. The tonal palette looks good as well. I love that it picked up this spotlight from the website. Nice. That's exactly what I'd want in anything else I created for PodStar. All right. Interesting. It took this as the logo. That doesn't look like the real one, so I'll click needs work and specify what's wrong. I'll write the logo is wrong and hit submit. Okay. Same thing here. All right, now I can review everything we went through, and once I'm ready, I just click publish and I'm good to go. I can always come back later and upload my fonts if I want to. In the meantime, Claude will use similar fonts it can find online. Now, I'll head back to the main page and I'll see my design system right here. If I want to edit or change anything, I can just open it and ask for changes. And this design system will be available in any new project I create. If you want, you can also set a specific design system as your default. In my case, my main design system is set as the default, so whenever I want to use the PodStar design system instead, I just need to select it where I create a new project. Alright, now I will show you how to create a prototype in Claude Design. I will click on prototype, and what I'm going to build is a calculator for the PodStar website. Quick context, PodStar is a service that connects founders and thought leaders to podcasts around the world so they can turn those appearances into content visibility and new customers. I want to create a calculator that helps potential customers see how much it would cost based on how many podcasts and shows they want to appear on. I will name the project PodStar Calculator. I will choose the PodStar Design system, and I will select high fidelity because I want a finished version I can actually see on the website and edit from there. All right. Now I will click create, and this brings me into the main project page. The first thing I need to do is add the prompt I prepared earlier. You can also attach files, speak to Claude directly, or import things from Figma, GitHub, or other sources. I already have my prompt ready in a file, so I will just paste it in. I will hit send, and Claude will start working. I will pause the video so you don't have to wait. All right, here's what it built for me. It took around 7 minutes, and look at this. This looks exactly like a section I could drop right into the website. I can play with the podcast guests credits, adjust the campaign timeline, pick how many speakers I want, and it automatically calculates the price of the package. That's so cool. I can choose which type of content I want to create from each appearance as well. And it was so easy. You just saw me paste in a prompt with the calculator details, and it built this clean calculator I can actually use on my husband's website. Okay. Once your design is ready, you've got a few ways to edit it. You can keep working in the chat and tell Claude what to change, but there are 2 other ways too. If you click up here on comment, you can click on specific section of the design and leave a comment there. Claude will make the change right away in this section. This is useful when you want to point to a specific element instead of trying to explain its location in the chat. You can also click on edit. This lets you click directly on different sections and make changes on the spot. For example, I can click on this text box and just type new text in. I can also click on this text element here and change different things like the box fill color. There's a lot you can tweak from this edit option. All right. And when you're done working on your project, you can click on share up here. You can give other people access by choosing the level you want, view, comment, edit, or keep it private. Just copy the link and send it to your team. You can also duplicate the project or duplicate it as a template, which I'll show you in a moment. For exporting, you can download the project as a zip, export it as PDF or PowerPoint, send it to Canva, which can be really useful for other design types, maybe less so for prototypes, but other design types can be perfect. And you can also export it as HTML code. And in my opinion, the most useful option is hand off to Claude Code. You can take what you build here and keep developing it in Claude Code into a real thing. Imagine I want to implement this calculator on my website. I can hand it off to Claude Code and continue from there. That's amazing. All right, for the next example, let's create a slide deck. I will create one for a new YouTube video I want to make about different Claude cowork skills I think you should have as a creator. Let me give it a name. I will call it Skills Deck, and I will go with the design with my design system. Here I can choose whether I want to use speaker notes. Speaker notes are text that won't appear on the slides themselves, but will be there for the speaker so they know what to say on each slide. I don't need them for this project, so I'll leave it disabled. Let's click Create. Now I will paste in the prompt I prepared with all the information I want in this deck. Hit Send, and Claude will start building my deck. Just like before, I'll pause the video so you don't have to wait. All right, look at what it created. This is beautiful. I love this deck. I just entered my prompt with the information I wanted, and Claude used my design system to create this stylish slide deck that really complements my brand. That's so cool. Now, let's say I want to save this as a template. That way, the next time I create a new YouTube video, I will already have this template ready, and the only thing left to do is to plug in the new information. I will go to Share up here, then click Duplicate as Template. Let me give it a title. I will call it Videos Deck. I can add a short description if I want and a little intro text. I will toggle on Published so I can use this template when I'm creating new projects. All right, now let me show you how to create something new from the template we just saved. I will click on From Template on the left. This time I want to create a slide deck with the prompts I'm going to share in this video. The previous deck I made was about the different skills you should use, and I want to give viewers a file in the video description that has all the actual prompts to create those skills. I will name it Skills Prompt. I will choose the template I just created, Videos Deck, and leave it on the design with my design system. Then I will click Create from Template, and now I will paste in the prompt with all the information and the actual prompts I want to include in this deck. And I will hit Send. As always, I'll pause the video so you don't have to wait. All right. Here's the slide deck it created. You can see each skill I mentioned in the previous slide deck is here, but this time each one has the prompt that creates it. So this is something I can drop right into the video description in the same video where I'm working through these skills. And look, it used the same structure as the template I built. Great, that's amazing. Now let's move on to the last demo and, in my opinion, the most interesting one. Okay, for our last example in this video, let's create an animation. And this one, in my opinion, is the most incredible thing you can create here. I will click on Other. This time, I want to create an animation that shows the different AI tools that have launched since ChatGPT first came out. Let me name this project AI Timeline. I will keep my design system and I will hit Create. Now, I will paste in the prompt that explains exactly what I want, paste it in, and send. While it's working, quick tip, if you want to create detailed prompt with a lot of context, you can use Claude or ChatGPT to help you write them. Or if you want something simpler, you can just type whatever you want in the chat here at the beginning of the project, then iterate and refine the design and text as you go. Personally, I like to have Claude write a detailed prompt for me first, since it already knows my business, what I do, and what I'd probably want. Then I just paste it into Claude Design, and it definitely saves me a lot of time. All right, I'll pause the video and get ready to see what Claude Design built for me. Okay, let me play the animation so you can see what it came up with. This is incredible. You can see the timeline running through different AI tools launched month by month from 2023 until today. I think I could ask Claude to make this a bit faster, but look how incredible this is. You could create any animation you can think of here in Claude Design. That's crazy. One last thing before we wrap up, if you want to check up your usage limits, you will need to go to the Claude desktop app and head into settings. Here, under usage, you will see your weekly limits and how many tokens you have left for each model. As you can see, Claude Design has its own separate token pool, different from the rest of Claude's features. So don't be afraid to use your Claude Design tokens. They won't eat up your tokens for regular Claude Chat and Claude Cowork. And you can always come back here to check how many you've got left and plan your work accordingly. That's everything you need to start using Claude Design today. All the prompts I used in this video are in a free link in the description. Feel free to grab them and make them yours. Drop a comment and tell me the first thing you're going to build. And if you haven't seen my ChatGPT Image 2.0 video yet, that's the perfect companion to Claude Design. So head over there next if you want. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.